Too Bright to See by Kyle Lukoff, Chapter 2. Mom and Uncle Roderick and I rattled around our house like peas in an oversized pod. Sometimes we would have house guests from New York City or Burlington or Montreal, filling it up with noise and laughter and memories. But the three of us could fill it up just as well. Tonight, the house is full of people and memories, but not much laughter. Family friends have come from all over, but not many people from our little pocket of Vermont show up. We moved here when I was a baby, and old Vermonters don't acknowledge you until there's 6 in the ground. 6 dead people, they mean, in a row, stretching back through the years. Well, we've got our first. But Uncle Roderick isn't even in the ground. Not really. He didn't want a funeral, he said, or a burial. Just sprinkle my ashes on the land, he told us toward the end. We did, putting handfuls in the creek, the woods, the garden, everywhere. Mom says that everyone deserves a chance to say goodbye. I wish they could say goodbye somewhere else. The house has never been this full before, and I can't go hide with Uncle Roderick in his room. I have to wear this dress that makes me look like Samantha from the American Girl books. It's rumpled from being at the bottom of my closet for months, and Uncle Roderick usually took care of the ironing. People pat me on the shoulder or hug me, and since I'm the one with a dead uncle, it's okay that I don't hug back. My dress is like a force field. It blocks out the pressure of their hands or arms around me, which is good, because if I actually feel anyone touch me, I'll break apart into smithereens. In between, I focus on tightening my ponytail and tugging at the wrinkles in my dress. It's too small for me, and if I hunch forward, the material pulls across my back, keeping me a gasp away from a full breath. Conversations pause if I walk by them, but tucked into a corner of the living room, I catch snatches here and there. Awfully young. He was only 32, right? It's so sad, especially since Sabrina's husband died right after she gave birth. A car accident, if I'm remembering correctly. No, they don't have anyone else. This place started out as a vacation home, and it's been in their family for a while, but no one else is left. One of Uncle Roderick's ex-boyfriends is across the room, down from Portland. I think his name is Tobias. He's tall and thin, like Uncle Roderick, but with a shaved head and a beard. He was nice, but had wanted kids, and my uncle decided that I was enough kid for him. So they broke up, but stayed friends. Tobias catches my eye and gives me a small, sad smile. I turn up the corners of my mouth in what might be a smile, and skitter away before he can come over to shake my hand, or hug me, or pay whatever respects he has. I duck into the kitchen, but catch my dress on the doorframe. I reach down to tuck it away from a nail or whatever. It's not stuck on anything, but there's a rip that I don't think was there before. Oh well, I'm getting too big for it anyway. No one else is in the kitchen. There are dishes cluttered on the wide wooden counter, crusted with food, so I dump them in the sink and turn on the faucet. I've always begged Mom for a dishwasher, especially since I only just got tall enough to reach the bottom of the huge sink. But right now, scrubbing at dishes in hot soapy water quiets the jangling in my brain. I start planning out what I need to pack for summer camp, and have gotten into a rhythm of washing and rinsing when I look up at the window behind the sink. A strange face stares back at me, darkly reflected in the glass. I yelp, jump back, and a glass slips out of my hand and crashes onto the kitchen floor. A second later, the kitchen door swings open. "You okay, Bug?" a voice calls out. Mo, my best, or oldest, or only friend. She and her mom showed up a while ago, but I haven't said hi yet. The dress is still pulling on my back and shoulders. "Fine," I say. I can't figure out how to get my mouth to say more than that. I grab at a broom and dustpan to hide my shaking hands. This happens a lot. I'll be minding my own business in the bathroom or kitchen or wherever, and catch a glimpse of something in the mirror that isn't me. Not a blood-dripping evil face or anything obviously supernatural. Just a face that isn't quite mine. Almost mine, but different enough that it gives me a shock every time. Another part of living in a haunted house, I guess. Except it doesn't happen only when I'm at home. Mo always makes me swear that she won't get attacked by ghosts when she spends the night at my house. I always promise, but that's because ghosts don't attack people. Don't notice people even. They're in their own world, whatever that is, and we're in this one. The only times we overlap are like how if you look into a bright light for too long, you see it even after you look away, even when you close your eyes. It's not in front of you, but it still leaves an impression. Mo has never even seen one of those. She's scared of coming across a tall woman in a blood-stained wedding gown, or a pale little boy with a bad smile, but doesn't notice when her hair is caught in a non-existent breeze, or a room's mood shifts while it remembers something. I don't tell her when it happens, because Mo's the only person who's willing to sleep over in the first place. I finish sweeping and lean back against the kitchen island. Mo hops onto it next to me. I can tell she's struggling to come up with something to say. She always has something to say, and right now I don't want to listen, but it's nice or something of her to try. "Where'd that dress come from?" she asks finally. "I've never seen it before." It's better than asking how I am doing. There's no good answer. I wonder if she knows better than to ask that, or if she's actually curious about the dress. I'd rather not talk about anything, just moving my mouth feels hard, but I don't want Mo to start chattering away, which is what she usually does if I don't keep up my end of conversation. "I don't remember. It's old." My voice surprises me. It sounds normal. "Mom said I might need a dress for some occasion. I look like my old Samantha doll." "Ha, yeah, you do. I still have my Felicity somewhere. Remember when we would make up whole stories with them? Yours always involved pirates or kidnappings or something. I always wanted to take them to balls. And then we would compromise. Pirate balls or glamorous kidnapped princess." I just nod and look down at the puffy skirt. It really does look more like a costume than a dress. Mo looks like she's going to a funeral instead of our house, in a smooth dark skirt and matching top. Her bright red hair is in a tight braid, not loose and frizzy like normal. She's a few months younger than me, but she looks almost like an adult today, almost like a woman. I just look like a doll, quiet, stiff, and blinking. "We have to go," she says after a minute of silence. "I just came in to say goodbye. I'll see you soon, though, and, I'm so sorry." She leans in to hug me, and I manage to lift my arms and squeeze her back for a second, before it becomes too much. She's always been the type to put her arms around her other friends, play with their hair, a casual affection that has always seemed impossible to me. I'm never sure how bodies are supposed to interact. I feel like I'm hugging a scarecrow, or more that I'm a scarecrow being hugged. Mo gives me an awkward pat on the back before pushing her shoulder against the swinging kitchen door. Her skirt doesn't catch on anything. I go back to the sink and start washing dishes again. The kitchen has always been my favorite room in the house. It's where I watched Uncle Roderick bake cookies and can vegetables, experiment with new recipes. And it's kind in here. Safe. I imagine what I must look like, a girl with long hair pulled back, a torn dress, scrubbing away like a servant girl in a royal palace. And thinking about that girl and imagining her life keeps me distracted from what is actually happening. The soapy water has gone cold, and I finish up without looking at the window again.